Complete nerve authority.
All right, guys, you ready, guys, for some fun? That just all fell back there. Hey, you guys are scoot up some, man. We're a family here. You don't have to sit way back there in the back. Get you some VIP seats over here. All right, come on, get you some VIP seats, right? I know, right? Listen. I have an absolutely amazing person coming through. I'm not gonna steal the thunder from her. We're gonna have some fun and actually have some conversations, right? While everybody scoots up some. All right. We have a few minutes, right? A few minutes to hang out. Or you want to come on out right now so we can, you got a little bit longer to talk to her. What you want? Go ahead, bring her out. Bring her? Okay. Well, without further ado, I'm not going to give her all her actual characters, and she's done a really amazing job. I'm let her talk about some of them there, right? Before we do that, we're going to spend about maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm ask a couple questions, and then I'll give it to you guys, right? And want to ask a couple questions there, right? We're going to kind of condense this thing a little bit, but I want you guys to have some fun. Okay? So, without further ado, Tara Sands. Give her a hand clap, by the way. Thank you. Robin Mike's in here. Hey there.
I know you definitely need this microphone. Hello.
How are you doing? So, is this your first time in Huntsville?
Yes.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Go see all the rockets. Like within 15 miles of Huntsville. Up here, who drove the furthest from here? You did? Georgia? Okay. You won. Battle's over. You just won. Hi, sorry.
No, you're
Hi,
good.
Jack.
No, you're fine.
We won't do the full, we'll just keep this shorter since there's not a lot of you, and we'll just we'll talk.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this person was looking to introduce a big hospital. We actually really enjoy it, so we're glad to have you, right? So, tell me about, so what has been, something that you really enjoyed in your career that you have right now? Like, what is, I'm not saying character, let me say, what is one thing that you really enjoyed in the career that you currently have?
Honestly, it's the past couple of years because we work, when we do anime specifically, we often are just by ourselves in a booth. There's a director and engineer there, but it's very isolated. Sometimes we're even working from home, and coming to these conventions in the past few years and hearing what these shows mean to you guys has been so incredible. You know, we've been in some of your living rooms for over 20 years, which is weird since I'm only 19. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
I was gonna say 21. Yeah,
Exactly. So I started at 1. No, I meet the nicest people. I always say these Comic Cons and anime cons, they don't bring out like the jerks in the cities I go to. It's always the nicest people. The nerds are never the jerks. you know, so I'm just so lucky. I've gotten to travel the world and meet the geeks, and it's been amazing. So yeah, it's a kind of when we started this Pokemon show that we had no idea was going to be successful.
Yeah,
30 years, it's almost 30 years at this point. It's 30 since it started in Japan, but a little less here.
that's correct.
We have no clue it would lead to me sitting here right now. So it's been a wacky journey.
So what has been like, out of all the characters you voice acted, and who stands the most to your personality?
Oh, I don't know if it's a lot like my personality, but my favorite female characters to do are the ones that are tough, but it's because they have a heart of gold. And I like to think that's like I'm a New Yorker at heart. Like I can be blunt, I can be all those things, but I only do that when I care enough to do that. And like roles like Fisky and Hunter x Hunter or Anna in Shaman King. Even a little bit of Hime in JJK, but she's not really that tough. But yeah, like those characters I really like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one does any of those fit your personality?
I mean, I'd say not exactly, but
Okay.
sometimes I'd like to be more like some of those characters.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, I could use a little bit of that in my life. Like toughen up a little bit or be more empathetic or whatever it is. Like you hope that you take those things away from whoever you play. And some of my characters are just annoying or like, some of them you're like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm never like that. Like I play a lot of troubled little boys. I don't, I mean, I wouldn't say I relate, but it's fun to play those because a lot of times they're the backstory for how a character became the way they are. So those are really meaningful to me because if it's important enough for them to show the backstory, then that's a really important character. And showing people how they became the way they became feels like an important honor, like
Right.
pressure. Like I play young Kabuto in Naruto and young Gon in Seven Deadly Sins. And that's sort of a weighty responsibility because you know and love these characters, and I'm coming in. I'm a different voice. I'm playing the kid version. I want you guys to understand it, and I want to please you guys.
Right. So before we take, I got one question for you. One last question for you. I know you want to get to the fans here. So what was it like getting that call or finding out about the character playing the Kaiju number 8? Like, what was that? I'm sorry. That's not what they said. No, I'm sorry. That's not. No. That's fine. I was gonna ask, what was that call like when you actually did Pokemon? I apologize. Yeah. What was that call like? I'm sorry.
So,
my bad.
It's so funny. I wish I remembered more because I don't think I ever auditioned for it.
Okay.
I think it was a place where I sent in a demo tape of my commercial work and they cast me from that. And all I knew about Pokemon at that time, I don't know if it was a call or an email. We all had answering services back then. You guys probably don't.
I know what that is.
It was like not even an answering machine. It was a service where they just called and left messages so that people didn't have your whole number and stuff. That's so weird.
Had a whole different system.
Totally different.
Sitting right there by the phone. Yeah.
So weird. So I remember I was like, Pokemon, I think that's that show that gave kids seizures in Japan. And that was all anyone knew. I mean, I couldn't just Google it and watch an episode. There was research to be done.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool, a job. Like honestly, at that point in our lives, and in our, we were in our early 20s, most of us in New York City, auditioning for anything we possibly could, taking every job we could, doing temp work, I had a million jobs. I was making balloon animals at kids' birthday parties. I was happy to take any acting job I got. So I got into that first session, and again, I knew nothing. Luckily, I got there early because I'm always early. And Veronica Taylor, who voices Ash, was in the booth, and they let me watch the end of her session. Thank God. So I see this beautiful pregnant woman voicing a 10-year-old boy, and like that was the first light bulb for me, where I was like, I want to be her. I can do those roles too. In that, like it was a really aha moment for me.
Okay.
And then luckily, I didn't know what dubbing was. I had no idea. So thank God I got to watch her. And I was there that day to play. It was episode 10 of Pokemon season 1. And it was an episode called Bulbasaur in the Hidden Village.
Yeah.
I was there to voice Melanie. I got cast to play Melanie, and I was very excited to be Melanie. Like I thought, oh wow, this is a weird show, but cool, I'm going. And then we finished a little early. They're like, hey, since we finished early, you want to try this little blue guy and this little thing with the bulb on its back? So they let me try Oddish and Bulbasaur. They did not know that those were recurring characters. They were just filling in. And I have a podcast called Core Kids Flashback, where we talk to the people who were there in the early days of making all these shows, because it's pretty fascinating stuff. I get asked about, and I couldn't answer a lot of the questions I was getting asked. So I started this podcast to sort of answer questions you guys have. So basically, I was like, what do they say? And they're like, it says Bulbasaur. And I was like, what else does he say? And they were like, that's it. And I was like, good luck with your show, weirdos. So yeah, it was so weird. And in Japanese, he says, he's called Kushige Dane, so he just says, Dan. They're like, sound like that, but say Bulbasaur. And I was like, but it's only one, like, it wouldn't always be the right number of flaps. So that's why sometimes it's just, sometimes it's, like, we would just sit there and count these flaps. I was like, this show is bonkers.
Yeah.
And they thought it was weird too. Like, they literally thought, oh, there's like 100 of them or whatever. They'll each be sprinkled throughout the episodes. So you don't realize they didn't get enough episodes in advance to know that Bulbasaur was going to stay with Ash. So they didn't know the gift they gave me that day, which was so cool. Like, in retrospect, like, I thought Melanie was the star and I'm the idiot. So that was, I wish I remembered the audition or the thing, but there's not this great story about that. But the first day of work was really, really good.
That's not a great story, which is great. Right?
Well, it's better than the phone call story.
Right, absolutely. All right, so what kind of questions you guys got? Because we're going to actually give you guys an opportunity to ask questions.
We'll just keep talking.
You don't have to go to the mic if you don't want to.
So you also voiced Mokuba and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
Have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged?
Oh, yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, Mokuba gets told to shut up. And I have a video of the creator, Martin, and I tell him to shut up in the video. So I'm very proud of that. Yeah, listen, I think I know some people are offended by stuff like that. I'm only offended if something's not funny, and those are funny. So, yeah.
It has to be fun.
I prefer the running gag where you constantly get kidnapped.
First of all, I have a lot of questions, but it's insane that a kid that rich gets kidnapped that much when he has like bodyguards. And also, like, there's so many things we couldn't show on that show. Like, there was so much. You couldn't talk about death. Like, kidnapping's fine. Like, that can scar children. Like, I was talking to a kid today, and I was like, and he watches you. I'm like, yeah, he gets kidnapped a lot. I thought, no, I don't make these kids scared to get kidnapped.
You can't talk about death, but you can have the Shadow Realm, which is just hell but perfect.
So, 1,000,000%. So that's honestly, those are the kinds of things we talk about on the podcast. Like, hey, why were you allowed? And we don't always get clear answers, but like, why were you allowed to say this but not that? And sometimes it was just a matter of who was working at standards and practices at the network. It's all over the place. So that's like kind of the truth is that there was so much backlash for so many of those changes that they put out a version of Yu-Gi-Oh! True to the original. They put out these DVDs at the time, thinking, all right, well, we'll give the real fans what they want, which is everyone's complaint about for kids, that they didn't cater to the hardcore fans. Yeah. Well, they made those DVDs of Shaman King and Yu-Gi-Oh! And they didn't sell well enough. Because everyone's like, well, why did they stop doing it? It's like, well, guys have to buy it if you want it to. So we actually interviewed the guy whose idea it was to make those DVDs and cater to the real otaku. And so it's a bummer because I wish we could go back and do a really true version of a lot of those shows. But yeah, I mean, how many times does a child get kidnapped? Eric Stewart, who plays Seto, says he would just put a low jack or an Apple AirTag in Mokuba. Because he's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
I agree 100%. It's episode on SpongeBob.
I haven't watched a lot of Day of Bridge, but yeah.
That's when he gets kidnapped by Noah. And Noah's like, well, I guess I've got some week old donuts in the fridge. Yay!
It's true. But we love it. I mean, what was fun is, like I said, I should have someone count how many times I said help in those shows. But when we went back to the Dark Side of Dimensions, I did say help once, and like Mokuba, I was afraid they would recast me because he was older looking. And you kind of see that he's grown up a little, so it was kind of fun to revisit him not being so vulnerable.
He learned how to fight. Another question you guys got?
A billion characters I want to do. I mean, I think that's all of us. We all are so envious of our friends. Like, I mean, a character like Jessie on Pokemon is like a dream, like to be funny and bad. Yeah. But like any like my South Park, like anything on South Park. I mean, you know, things like I just really like truly funny stuff. Yeah. So I have so many dream roles. And I mean, listen, I'll work for Disney. I'll just work, but I have a lot of dream roles, like a great superhero role, or, you know, great princess role.
So what's your favorite funny series?
I mean, I watch a lot of drama, but my favorite funny series, like I love Billy on the Street, like those short form, really funny things. I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, South Park is up there. Favorite funny series, watching it come back right now. Just really funny. The Paper, which a lot of people didn't watch, it was like the Office spinoff. It is so funny.
It is absolutely good. The Paper.
So good. I can't recommend it enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you watch animated wise? That's funny series. Do you have anything as well?
It's hard to watch animation and anime for fun, unfortunately, because it feels like I'll watch, like again, South Park is up there, and I'll watch. I'll try to watch a little bit of a lot of things just to know in case I'm auditioning for it. But it's like if you work in a donut shop, you don't go home and eat donuts. I can't separate myself, and then it feels like I'm doing homework a lot of the time because I'm either watching the mouth flaps or being like, oh, I would have done it this way. Oh, how cool that they chose that. Like, it's really hard for me to relax while I'm watching animation. It's a bummer. Although I just watched Encanto for the first time. Oh, but I watched it with some kids. Like, I can watch animation if I'm watching it with kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So did you have you ever, I know you said you can't watch it, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever read any of the mangas or anything like
I
that?
need to. I bought Chainsaw Man. I really want to read it, but I've had it sitting on my desk for like 6 months. I know, it's terrible. But I do audiobooks for work. So my reading time is really, it's a bummer when your job interferes with your pleasure. So when I read now, even if it's a manga, I read as if I'm prepping a book to record it. And it makes it less fun. I mean, I'm so grateful for the job I have, but it does take the fun away. Yeah.
So irritating.
It's a bummer, right?
I know. You got some questions?
My favorite Pokemon. I mean, I have to say Bulbasaur, but if I'm going with that one that's not mine, I love Jigglypuff. I love the Jigglypuff song. Rachel Lillis did such a good job originating that character. I love that he writes on people. It's also like that's so funny to me too, because again, like a lot of these shows, we were trying to like teach good lessons in a lot of these shows. And like I wonder if there are kids like around the country just writing on people or in the world writing on people thinking they were being Jigglypuff. Right? Like I'm always like, oh, like I would love to hear stories about that. But I just think Jigglypuff is so cute and so like bad.
So
Naughty. Jigglypuff's kind of naughty.
I think that's a common thing. People like to write on people when they sleep. And so that's
But kids
Yeah.
kids don't think to do like that's like a teenager prank. Like, oh, my friend passed out, I'm gonna write on it. That's not a thing of like a kid.
original kid.
They do that a lot.
It depends on the level. So if you're talking about, so you're talking about,
You
yeah. So you're talking about 6th grade, 1st grade, maybe not. But 3rd, 4th,
do.
oh, yeah.
Like thoughts of drawing a sleeping kid.
That is what it started with, drawing himself.
So you did it. It's like permanent garbage.
Yeah.
And then did you get in trouble? No. I'd like to talk to your parents.
You want Pokemon too, we didn't play.
She did mine. See, I'm more like, what if you did it to your parent when they slept? Like, that's way riskier.
Way riskier.
Like, I want to hear stories about like a parent like waking up while the kid was drawing on them, like freaking out and like having embarrassing stuff all over their face. Yeah,
Maybe think of a question
yeah,
about the mouth flap.
yeah.
We got a lot of AI out there.
I know.
So,
So
how do you
there's-
feel about the AI? Then, is there someone who will say they'll take your voice or image and use it without actually being there?
I mean, it's already happening, like, you know, so the basic AI, like when they, like I found Mokuba's voice on a website. And you can make Mokuba say whatever you want, which is not great. It's not great for the company, it's not great for me, because again, if they have, say something that I don't agree with, something offensive, or it's scary, it's very scary to me, because we're very protective of, you know, what we put out there. That's a very basic use of AI. The more advanced use of AI that could make our jobs obsolete is that there's a technology now where they can take the voice in the original language. Like, let's say the woman who voices Ash in Japanese, where they can make her speak English and change the mouth flaps to match it. So that, and in some ways that's wonderful because it means the original actor's voice is still being used. In other ways, it's not great because it might not be the inflection she would have wanted. It might not be conveying the same way that when we get in a booth, we do rewrites and we do things to nuance it. And in some ways it's exciting because I'm like, okay, so if I do a show called Rainbow High, if they take my voice and they can turn it into all these other languages, but then are they going to pay us for that? You know what I mean? Like and I get all of this is for money saving reasons, and it's all, you know, AI is a wonderful tool in some ways, and it's very terrifying tool in other ways. You know, I just want us all working and have jobs we love. And so I think if we can figure out, like, again, and if they use the Japanese actor's voice and change it to English, will they compensate her for that? And I hope they will. But my guess is that they won't. So, but for medical use and things, and there's wonderful ways to use AI. So I'm so torn. I mean, how do you guys feel? Do you guys have strong opinions about this?
I like having things, so I'm against AI.
Same. I mean, a lot of people don't know about the environmental implications. You know, I said that to my aunt. She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, and I'm like, I don't really know how to explain it. But there's, you know, these big places and they use a lot of energy and the water cools it or something, and it's bad for the environment. I don't think she's gonna not use it because of that though.
So I'm definitely on the side about the water that we dissipated in the process. But also too, I see the benefit of it, especially for individual solopreneur, somebody that don't have an assistant, somebody that needs help, something like that. It's very, very beneficial for those individuals or anybody if she has a podcast. So if she wanted to make a website or she wanted to, you know, transcribe her stuff, that's or if you did like video and stuff like that, to just do a video of a podcast for somebody to do it, it's like $150, $200. But AI can do it for like $20, $30. And then it's
Well, I mean, that's plans. I love hiring artists. You know, I love looking at people's work at a convention and being like, hey, I'd love to commission you. Like, there's a joy in that I think we're going to lose. But again, medical implications. If it saves someone's life, I understand the usefulness of that. Okay, we can ruin a little bit of water, but let's only ruin the water if it's going to save a bunch of lives in the process. And I think it just all came out too fast, and people don't know the ramifications, unfortunately. Yeah.
we knew it and we didn't decide to say, hey, we're going to let's pause. I would love to.
Any other questions, you guys? Because after this, if you're shy or whatever, I'll be at my table until the show closes, so you can always ask me there, but I'm happy to answer anything you guys have. Right.
You guys see them. Yeah, all your answers answered.
Like first clarification.
I want to say I'm so tempted to like telemarketer calls to like do that.
I would have told you that.
But like, I mean, I would love to just, if I see like spam, possible spam stuff, I should just, I want to be like, oh my gosh, do that. I mean, that's my dream. But like, when you're sitting alone in your house, you kind of chicken out. But it's so tempting.
Do it.
I'm surprised it's like, I'm so surprised.
It's style like that. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm surprised you don't have like a personal number and a business number, but if this is really your actual voicemail number.
It's phone call. So
Yeah.
what do you need to?
So it's, I mean, whatever phone, leave that both sides of the voicemail. They can-
That's fun. That's no, like I don't know how else I would use the funny voices, but like I'm waiting for the opportunity to arrive.
There's the directors.
Yeah.
I'm like, please you right? And then, or like, yeah, just do like weird boy, or like make it like a 5-year-old boy. I don't know. I chicken out. Like I really, like, I'm not that bold. Yeah, I'm much like it's amazing what happens when you close a booth studio door and put on headphones, you become fearless. And the minute I'm in the real world, forget. Yeah, it's a good question though. If you have ideas, I'm open.
Hey, we all believe in you. We all know this is the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you played either card game for Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, and I want to like so many of us in the cast want to learn how to play and like do it on like a stream, but we never get it together.
You should just,
I don't know a single cast member who knows how to play any of the games.
you should get the most popular person on YouTube that plays and tell them, come on.
That's hard to we're all spread across the country, but we talked about doing this for years. Because I think it would be fun to watch the cast learn how to play these games. But I've heard that the Yu-Gi-Oh rules have gotten bananas.
If you're gonna, at first, highly recommend sticking to Go format.
Right, like
where-
basic.
where old Before the extra deck became something other than the fusion deck.
Right, we would play
And
basic.
Void pendulums like the play.
Yeah, so I'm not that smart. I couldn't handle that. Yeah.
That all seems way too much.
Which is probably what would
Rule the
happen.
rules, we have money.
Someone to organize it and send us cards, I guess, because I think there's a way to like put a camera on the thing and play against each other. I just don't want to be in charge of that.
There would be some comedic value in just having a camera on your face while someone explains the more complicated.
I know there's something there. I just haven't figured it out. So if anyone wants to connect with us with a YouTuber or
And-
Twitter.
And everybody needs to use their voice when they do it.
Like again, like I'll have like my Valentine playing against Mokuba and Bones for Yu-Gi-Oh. Like we want to do this. Serenity wants to do it. Like we can have a great girl group of Yu-Gi-Oh card players. I just the organism and again the 3-hour time difference and so
Right.
and we're always away every weekend. So the logistics are but yes, I want to learn how to the short answer is yes, I would like to learn how to play. Because right now when I play with like my cousin's kids, we just go with like if we just put our Pokemon cards out, we just go with whoever has a higher number. It's like war.
The Duelist Kingdom moves.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I mean, but I know that's not playing. Like, I'm like, you're 5, I'll put up with this, but yeah. Well, that's really what it is. Like, I actually started collecting like a year ago. You guys, I get it now. Like, I get opening packs and the rush, and it's like gambling. I understand. I sold my Pez collection. I had over 1,000.
Oh, the Pez.
Yeah. So I was like, it's enough. It's not even displayed. And I was like, well, now I can buy Pokemon cards, right?
You don't have to fight the kids.
These packs. And I don't rip. I'm not a good ripper. Like I don't have luck with my codes.
There's a technique in ripping of a pack of cards.
No, it's more I just don't have luck. So it's like it became not fun. So I just buy singles now. And I just collect the cards of my characters. It's addictive. Like somebody's like, because I'll just like be in my hotel room tonight. I'm like, well, maybe I should have all the furry cards. Like this is what happens. And then I'm on TCG player. So I get why you guys and organizing the binders. I get it. Yeah, it's addictive. I have a problem. This is an intervention. I have a problem.
So this just happened to you recently?
Like within the last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's,
First, we collected all the Topps Pokemon cards. You guys remember those Topps cards? Those are so rad to me because they're like episode pictures and movie pictures. And so I was like, okay, I'll just do that.
If you buy them here in the city, you're gonna have to fight the kids.
I'm not buying. I'm not buying. I buy online where I don't have to deal with humans. It's terrible. Or like sometimes I do stuff at a card shop. If I'm at a card shop, I'll buy it from them or I'll do trades with them. Yeah. But I don't want to compete with someone. Like I live next I was from a Target. I was like, do I go at 4 a.m. and line up?
absolutely.
Dedication.
I can't do it. Because yeah, I don't know. It feels
Did you
feels
do
weird.
Black Friday?
Also, because I don't pull good cards. Like I know I would get in line at 4 o'clock. I would pull nothing good, and I'd be mad at myself. And yeah.
So wait, cards have release dates like video games?
What? You
You know.
Oh my God.
So
Card drops.
listen, I am 41 years old. So the time Pokemon came out,
Your demographic.
I was in Pokemon came out when I was in. Hey, what I was talking. I was going to middle school, going to middle school. Yeah, so like it was past me. That and Yu-Gi-Oh was like past me. Because I was, when I
Like you do TV show.
So I was like, you know, I was dealing with sports and other stuff at that point.
Well,
So,
when
yeah.
you're good at sports, you don't need Pokemon.
No, I was gonna say good. I mean, I was decent, but I was like, again, I was
It's sad.
the kids that were young, like you guys that were 4 or 5 years younger, the ones that got the cards and played the games. And older kids, you know, when I was 12, we didn't play the card, and we were playing outside. So like card games was
The
it?
only way it was sometimes cool for kids your age is if they were like, this one is valuable. It was like if they knew the value, that made it a little bit less.
Correct. We did sports games. We did sports cards.
So like if the kids were like, I got this one, and they're gonna be worth as much as my Beanie Babies one day. So like for those, I get why those kids, it was like a different, they weren't watching the show though. Like I one time different cousins' kids, and I had to bring him lunch somewhere at school. He was like 5 or 6. And I was like, and I walked over to bring him a donut or something, a jelly donut. I wish it was that, but it wasn't. And I went over and they were trading Pokemon cards. And I was like, oh, maybe I can give him some street cred. And I was like, hey guys, you guys watch the show? And they said, no, that's for babies. I was like, okay, here's your food. I gotta go. I didn't even tell them who I was or what I did. I was like, these kids are not interested in me.
Not at all. But they interested in the card though.
Yeah, if I had a stack of cards, they would have thought I was cool.
Absolutely. Are you guys have any more questions? No?
No? Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Audiobooks. Yeah, yeah. Since I was over 30 years at this point. I started voiceover work as a kid. But I've done over 300 books at this point, which is bananas. Most of them are. That's what's so interesting about audio. You can't believe how many bad books there are. When someone published this. Yeah, sorry. What was it? Really, it depends on the week, honestly. Like this week, all my only work was audiobook work. I didn't have any other stuff to do. So I worked on that. Next week, I think I have an acting session that's like maybe 2 hours. And then I'll fill in the other time with some audio. I don't have a ton of, it's just work is slow for everyone right now, unfortunately. But then all of a sudden I'll get a video game session in the middle. We just, our planning our stuff is so strange. But then I know I have a 16-hour book coming up that I have to start prepping. So there'll be a couple weeks where I don't leave my booth and work on that. Yeah. Because that's the most intense work in voiceover, I'd say, like is audiobook work. Yeah, because you're doing all the characters. If you're narrating the whole book, you're doing all the characters, you're doing all the prep, you're usually directing yourself. And it's the most time, it's the least of the pay for the most time. It's a labor of love. Honestly. It's you have to love doing. Sometimes I love doing. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
That's a good question. My favorite audiobook, I did a series of books a long time ago called Sammy Keys. They were, these, a mystery series, of this like 12-year-old girl was a detective. And I loved it. They were really well written. I could picture who was gonna listen to them, and that's to me the biggest thing. Like, I just finished some like scary story. Like I've done Goosebumps books. Like those are such good books, and
Yeah.
their kids love scared. Like I just recorded a book that's supposed to be scary stories for kids. They're really not scary. Goosebumps books are scary. Those are fun, and I can picture the kids listening. Or if I do an adult book and I can picture someone driving to work who needs this distraction. Those are my favorite. Like a good book that I know will take someone out of their day for a little bit. Maybe they're having a craft day, and so anything like that makes me really
You shoot the boot.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
Is that it?
I'll be at my table. So if you have more questions, I'll be at my table till 8 o'clock. So there's still.
We're gonna be hang time, people. Yeah, but I'm feeling good.
Thank you.
Oh, you very
That blazer is so rad.
Oh, God, okay.
You try a lot. Yeah.
Oh, let me do this.